back. Time now for our new feature with the Yooper Goddess. If you haven't tasted one of her delicious recipes, well, check her out on her self-titled Facebook page. This morning, Ashley Kirkland is in the kitchen with the Yooper Goddess, learning how to make pickles and fried pickles. Ashley?
That's right, Vicki. We're going to learn how to make pickles here, but it's a little different process from your traditional canned pickles. And right now I'm back with Lori Kuyu. Thanks so much again, Lori, for being with us this morning. Now, you make these delicious pickles and you make them without going through the canned process.
Right.
Where do you start?
Well, first you have to cut your ingredients. And the one thing I want to say is you have to soak these overnight.
Now, what are the ingredients that you have in here?
I have cucumbers, white onion, red pepper, and cauliflower.
Okay.
And what you're going to do is you're going to take 1.5 gallons of water and 1/2 cup of canning salt. You have to use this salt when you're making pickles.
Opposed to just regular salt, you have to use the canning salt. Okay.
Yeah, and you soak these overnight and then you drain them for a couple hours.
Okay.
And what we have here is 5 cups of vinegar, 4 cups of sugar, and we have like 2 tablespoons of mustard seed, a tablespoon of celery seed, some cloves, and some turmeric.
And you said you held back on some of the sugar that called for it in the
did.
recipe. How much do you usually have?
Well, usually, you know, when you're canning, if you have 5 cups of vinegar, you have 5 cups of sugar.
Okay.
But I left 1 cup of sugar out of here because I wanted them a little zingier.
Okay.
And this mixture, you want to boil it for 10 minutes. And you're going to put all your cucumbers in here and you're going to heat them through. You're not going to boil them because, you know, if you cook them, then the crunchiness will go away.
Okay, and the cucumbers actually are delicious just like this. Like,
Yeah.
they have a little salt on them where you can just eat them kind of like a salad.
Yeah, they taste pretty good. And you wouldn't think that you have enough liquid here, but these will sink down when we heat them through. And we're going to put them in these used bottles I have.
Okay, so you say to save your mason jars and everything because you can put them just in there.
Yep, this is an olive bottle.
Okay.
So, you know, we're going to get them in the jars, let them cool on the counter, and we're going to just put them in the refrigerator.
Now, how long do you let these soak in here?
It's going to take about 20 minutes for them to heat through. You have to get them really hot.
Okay.
And then the cucumbers are going to absorb all that brine that you have in there, and it's going to be yummy.
Now, how do you preserve these pickles differently than canned pickles?
Well, if you're canning these, you have to run them through a hot water bath. That's what it's called. And you do it for 10 minutes. But what I noticed that when I make them like this, they're crunchier.
Okay.
Because you're not cooking them.
And you have to put these in the refrigerator immediately, or you can wait a while?
Well, you cool them on the counter and then put them in the fridge, and they last for about 6 months.
Okay, because you can't just keep them out on the counter like typical pickles. And you have a little bit of the finished product there.
I do,
And
right
they
here.
look just like regular pickles.
Yeah, and they're so good.
They are good. So we're going to be back, and these are the actual pickles that you're going to fry?
I'm going to deep fry some, yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be good.
Yeah, deep fried anything is good, so.
Yeah.
So we'll be back with that, deep frying these pickles that she just made. We'll be back. Vicki Ashley Kirkland reporting live in Ishpeming, TV6 News.
Including pickles, and when done right, they taste pretty delicious. Now this morning, Ashley Kirkland is back live with the Yooper Goddess as she fries up some pickles. Ashley?
Well, Sam, I think we're all in agreement that if you fry anything, it makes it taste a lot better. And these pickles were already delicious, but we're back here with Lori, the Yooper Goddess. Lori, now you're taking the pickles that you made.
Yep.
These are the ones that we made in the last segment, and you canned them already.
Yeah.
And
Put them in the bottles.
okay.
They look beautiful.
They do look beautiful. Now we're going to fry them. How do you mix up your batter?
Well, I made these earlier.
Okay.
And you're going to take them right out of the brine, put them right in regular flour. I got a little bit of salt in here.
Okay.
And then you're just going to put them in a colander here. And you want to shake them off. You don't want a ton of flour on them. Just throw them in your basket. Put them down. Takes maybe about 30 seconds.
Okay. And you just add flour and salt, nothing else to the mixture there?
Yep.
Okay.
And I made this little dip that got dill in it and yogurt and milk and
you're so creative because you
vinegar.
literally just made that
I
on the
did,
fly,
yeah.
like
And
no recipe.
I was trying to write it down so we could put it on the website. It's pretty good.
Okay. And now these are a little bit lighter. They're actually really delicious. It's like a potato chip.
It is.
Does it make them lighter because you don't use kind of like a liquidy batter?
Yeah, you have like a light coating.
Okay.
Yeah, and They curl up because they're cut so thin. And it is like a potato chip, but it's a pickle.
Yeah, because I was worried about that because these are a little thinner than the normal ones that we see, but because you use that just flour batter. Now, we were talking while those are deep frying about the mixture here. You want to be careful with this on your counter. Why is that?
Well, there's turmeric in here, and that will stain anything. You know, even if you have like a white spoon, like a plastic one, it'll turn yellow.
Okay.
So you want to cover your counter when you're putting it in your bottles.
Okay, and you can also deep fry the cauliflower.
Yeah, it would be so good, I think.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how long do you leave those in there?
It takes literally like a minute. See, they're done. So what you want to do when these are done, you're going to put them out on toweling, and you're just going to, you know, get some of the excess grease off, of course. And there you go.
And you sprinkle a little salt if you want to.
Yeah, how good is that?
They are delicious, and
Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
joking. And all of these recipes will be on your website.
Yes.
What's your website that people can go to?
YooperGoddess.com.
Yay! It's so fun. And so you can can them, you can fry them. These are how you make pickles without going through
canning.
Without
yeah.
canning.
Anybody can do this. I always say, right, if you can boil water, you can make these pickles. And if you say you can't, well, doubt it, because I know you can.
Well, I certainly
just
can
telling
boil
you.
water. All right. Thanks so much, Lori, and stick around for more of your TV6 Morning News.
Yay.